This is the Tiger News Network, your weekly source for current events, sports, entertainment, and interviews covering Littleton Public Schools. And now, here are your anchors, Sam Yates and Emily Ambronia.
Hello, live from LCTV, it's Tiger News Network. I'm Sam.
And I'm Emily.
Let's get right into the top news for this week. This Monday is Milk Day. Well, that's what it says in the notes anyway. Emily, what is Milk Day?
No, Sam, it's MLK Day, as in Martin Luther King Day.
So they're not giving out free milk. Okay.
No, Sam, unfortunately not, but you do get to stay home from school that day.
Now, why is that?
Well, this day honors a very important man in our history, Martin Luther King, who was an American activist who fought against racism.
Can we still celebrate with milk, though?
Yes, Sam, we can still celebrate with milk. When we get back to school next week, the high schoolers will be facing the ultimate battle, mid-year exams.
I thought that if I ignored studying long enough, eventually the exams would disappear. Unfortunately, the exams will still be happening this upcoming week, and in other news, I am still extremely unprepared.
High schoolers can celebrate the end of finals week and the end of the second semester by dancing the night away at the Winter Semi-Formal on Friday, January 22nd from 6 to 10 at the Devon's Common Center. Oh, how I love breaking into a hot sweat as I dance out all my problems and feelings.
If your life is as sad as Emily's, but dancing away your problems doesn't work, you could always try volleyball. The middle school will be hosting a family volleyball night on Wednesday, January 20th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. in the middle school gym.
On that same day, there will be a carnival day for the Tigerston After School program. And for this reason, I regret being too old to be enrolled at Tigerston.
Now let's take a look at our news segments. Up first is a piece on the CASE Collaborative program.
Hi, I'm reporter Nicole Fisk, and I'm here today with Michelle Peterson. Michelle is a special education teacher here at Littleton High School, and she's part of the CASE program. CASE is an acronym for Concord Area Special Education Collaborative. This is the third year that CASE has been a part of the Littleton High School. Michelle, can you tell me a little bit about the CASE program?
Sure. CASE was started in 1957, and it's currently in 11 districts, and there's actually 18 different classrooms.
Wow. So what type of age groups are in the CASE program?
Currently, CASE has ages 3 through 22. We actually have some of the oldest students in the CASE program, with our oldest being 19.
Oh, wow, that's incredible. What other towns in Massachusetts are involved in this?
Like I said, there's 11 different towns, so some of them include Concord, Carlisle, Harvard, Maynard. Littleton actually has 3 classrooms from the preschool all the way up to the high school level.
That's fantastic. So what made you want to become a special education teacher?
I'm actually not a special ed teacher in my undergrad. I actually have my undergrad in theater and communications. But in my first job out of college was working in a residential facility with students with special needs who are high school age. And I fell in love with students who just needed a little bit more care and help. And I actually changed my whole master's program and went for my master's from Simmons in severe special ed.
What are some of the services that the CASE students receive?
Almost all of the CASE students receive some sort of behavioral support through BCBA. They also receive speech, occupational therapy, physical therapy, vocational counseling, and many of the member districts provide CASE transportation.
Thank you for talking with us today and for telling us about the CASE program at the Littleton High School.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Nicole. That was very enlightening. Let's take a look now at another rant from our news segment, appropriately named The Rant. Take it away, Kevin.
All right, guys, I'll be ranting about one thing and one thing only on today's movie-themed rant. The attendance at Alvin Chipmunk's The Road Trip, or should I say, lack of. So I came to the Little Theater to see Alvin the Chipmunk's The Road Trip, the 4th installment of the critically lauded Alvin the Chipmunks movie series this past weekend. I had my animated Chipmunks Trio shirt on, my novelty squirrel tail, since the store was out of chipmunk tails, my portable squeak simulator to take the place of applause and or laughter, and I went all out for this one, guys, okay? So as an avid Chipmunks fan myself, let me just say I was appalled at the startling lack of attendance at this movie showing. There were all of 2 people in that theater by the end of the movie, me not included. A disgruntled father and his feral, squealing child. The movie was halfway through by the time they entered the theater. All right, and people keep telling me, oh, Star Wars, it's, you know, so many people are going to Star Wars. Okay, I've seen that hideous excuse for a film, and let me just say it wasn't nearly good enough to trump the success of the masterpiece that is Alvin the Chipmunk's The Road Chip. All I can say is if you're looking for some edge-of-your-seat drama, some laughs, maybe a little interspecies romance, I promise you'll find a good time at Alvin the Chipmunk's The Road Chip. All right, so that's this week's rant. Hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, maybe your name will find its way into the next rant. Who knows? Back to you, Sam and Emily.
Thanks, Kevin. Now here's an entertainment reporters Tommy and Brandon with a review of the new Star Wars film.
Hi, I'm Tommy and this is Brandon, and we are going to review the new Star Wars movie, The Force Awakens.
For those of you living under a rock who have not seen this movie, we won't be giving away major spoilers from this movie, but we will be taking about the plot and characters, so watch at your own risk.
Alright, approximately over 30 years after the destruction of the second Death Star, Luke Skywalker, the last known surviving Jedi, has disappeared. Both the First Order and the successor fallen of the Galactic Empire and the Resistance, a military force backed on the New Republic and led by Luke's twin sister, General Leia Organa, scouring the galaxy in an attempt to find him.
Leia sends Resistance pilot Poe Dameron on a secret mission to take the village of Tuanel on the planet Jakku to meet with village elder Lord Santeca, who has obtained a star chart to Luke Skywalker's location. During the meeting, First Order stormtroopers under the command of Kylo Ren and Captain Phasma attacked the village. Poe and his astromech droid BB-8 attempt to flee in their X-Wing starfighter, but a pair of stormtroopers disable the engines. With no alternative, Poe gives the star chart to BB-8 and orders the astromech to flee. Poe remains behind to cover BB-8's escape.
Elder Lord Santeca is captured and brought before Kylo Ren, who demands to know where the star shot leading to Luke is. Tekka firmly responds, but he does not know and would not tell him if he did. Tekka says he knew that he would be before he started calling himself Kylo Ren. The Sith cannot escape his real identity. Kylo Ren giving responded, "You're so right." Then he cut Tekka down with his lightsaber.
Poe is captured as well, and Ren decides to interrogate him further back on their ship. Before leaving, Phasma asks what to do with the crowd of captured villagers, and Ren orders them all slaughtered. Stormtrooper FN2187 is horrified as the massacre plays out in front of him, remaining motionless and not firing his weapon.
Returning to the finalizer, now FN2187 feels significantly distressed from this mission and ducks aside to a shuttle and takes his helmet off, panting heavily and taken still rattled by the massacre of the villagers. Captain Phasma noticed him and told him that the trooper needs to submit his blaster to be checked to make sure he fired a shot. Knowing that he was re-evaluated and discovered for not firing on the villagers, and his faith in the First Order severely shaken, he decided to desert. Meanwhile, after failed attempt of torturing Poe for vital information about the Star Shot of Luke Skywalker location, Ren used his force power to pry the information from Poe's mind. We learned that the Star Shots are located within BB series droid that fled in the villages and informed General Hux in the Revelation, who sent out the search terms and his response.
Elsewhere in Jakku, a scavenger named Rey encounters BB-8 struggling against It's being captured by a green-skinned humanoid scavenger named Tito. She frees the droid and gives him directions to Nema Outpost and sends it on its way. But BB-8 insists on traveling with her.
Meanwhile, FN-2187 meets up with Poe Dameron, and together they escape and crash land on Jakku. Poe gives FN-2187 the name Finn after crash, and Finn wakes up. Unconsciously, he assumes that Poe had been dead in that crash.
Finn makes his way to the village and meets Rey. Together, along with BB-8, they help each other escape from the stormtroopers who had arrived for BB-8. They end up escaping in the Millennium Falcon.
That's right, the Falcon needs for repairs, and while they're in the process of repairing it, they pulled up into the tractor with a beam of freighters. On the freighters, they made up with Han Solo and Chewbacca.
The rest of the movie is an action-packed roller coaster of excitement as the new characters join forces with some old favorites to battle the evil Kylo Ren and try to find Luke Skywalker.
This movie is fantastic. It has already grossed over $812 million, and now it's time for our rating.
We give this movie 5 lightsabers out of a possible 5. It was awesome.
In the upcoming edition of TNN, we'll bring you our review for the new movies like Deadpool, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and X-Men Apocalypse. Plus the latest Ice Age movie called Ice Age Collision Course. Until next time, may the Force be with you.
Thanks, guys. Now on to Ryan for sports news.
So the winter sports season is just about half over as we are nearing the start of semester 2 of school. First, we go to the Chile Ice Rink as the Tigers have dropped 2 in a row for the first time all year. They first lost to Fitchburg 3-2. Chris Cecere scored his first goal of the season for the Tigers, and Jacob Montepoluso scored the other goal in the loss. And they were also defeated 5-2 against St. Bernard's on Wednesday. Both freshmen James Peterson and Danny Angel scored for the Tigers. They are 4-4-2, but despite that, they remain atop the Russell Conference. They will pay a visit to last place Worcester on Saturday. From the rink to the basketball court, boys basketball is riding on a 2-game win streak, most recently beating the Gardner Wildcats 52-42 on Wednesday. They will have a home game on Friday to host Clinton. And girls basketball also beat Gardner on Wednesday, creaming them 61-34. They too will play Clinton on Friday, except the game will be in Clinton. And last but certainly not least, boys indoor track broke a school record for the 4x800 with a time of 8:53. Congrats to them on that tremendous achievement. Well, that's all for sports this week. I'm Ryan Vallon. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Ryan. Well, that will wrap it up for today's news show. I'm Sam.
And I'm Emily.
Reminding you to get your calcium this Monday. Over and out.